Hey everyone, when you think about businesses that are killing it, like through e-commerce, I know a whole bunch, like Allbirds, the sneakers. You think about how many great products there are, cool brands, brilliant marketing, but often what is overlooked is the business behind the business. And that's why I love Shopify. For millions of businesses, Shopify is the business behind the business. It is the home of the number one checkout on the planet. I'm telling you, I use it all the time. I love it. And the not so secret with Shop Pay is that it boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales go. If you're into growing your business, if you have a business, if you have merch, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, anywhere. And that is where Shopify comes in, because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. And I can attest to that as a buyer. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout as Allbirds. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/JudyGold, all lowercase. JUDYGOLD, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/JudyGold, all lowercase, to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/JudyGold. You're welcome. She needs to do a podcast since she never got her due. She's a big lesbian and a loudmouth Jew. With a gasket always ready to blow, you're listening to Judy's show. Who? Judy's show. Wait a minute, who are you talking about? Oh, she's an asshole. What is wrong with you? Oh, you suck. So long. Fuck off. Hey everyone, welcome to It's Judy Show. I am your host, Judy Gold, and wow, I just want you to know I am in my office, and if you see a clip of this on Instagram, please know that Ben is home. Ben, the basketball player who I'm very proud of. He finished his college basketball career last week, last Saturday, actually. And not this past Saturday, the Saturday before. And he's come home. He's on break. And what's fantastic about it is that my office, which also is his bedroom when he's here, is a complete and utter mess. So just so you know, they can be great students. They can be elite athletes, all American, everything, and they can still be fucking slobs, okay? They're slobs. Both of my sons, slobs. And it's not like, okay, I'm not a perfect housekeeper. I've never said I was. I do my best, okay? I'm not dirty. I am not a dirty person. I'm just throwing something out. I can be a little disorganized because I don't have that great of executive function when it comes to like organization, and I have ADHD and it's very bad, but I function. And I'm clean. I hate dirt. I hate any sort of like filth, like in the bathroom. Like it's like he is like lives in a door, like put the fucking dish in the dishwasher. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this whole idea of like, I'm going to take the dish and I'm going to leave it in the sink. Put it in the fucking dishwasher. And I get so frustrated because he'll be like, oh yeah, it needs to soak. Everything needs to soak. And then it's there for 3 days. And I'm like promising myself I'm not going to take it out of the sink because I want him to have to deal with I want him to do it, but then I get frustrated. I know it's, I get frustrated and I end up doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. So it's hard. You have kids and you live with them and then they get older and you're like, okay, well, you going back to your place, and you don't want to be like that, but they're adults now. It's like Henry doesn't live here. So, I don't have to deal with that, but a lot of his clothes are here and they do come over. Does this happen to you? Your kids come over and they act like they still live there. So like they come in, they open the refrigerator. We're like, oh, let's watch a game. And then they'll invite their other friends over. Like they still live here and they're, 12 and they're going to invite their buddies over. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, I like that they feel comfortable here and I want them to feel comfortable, but I just want them to fucking clean up. Henry's good because, he leaves glasses. They just leave shit. They go in the what's to eat. It's like, I don't know. I made something for myself and now you're going to eat it and then I'm going to have nothing to eat. So whatever. It is what it is. And we're Jewish mothers and we're just like, here, give, take. Oh God, I got a lot to talk about today. I have a little bit of, we're having a rant, as you know. Oh, I got to tell you about my gigs because I need you people to fucking show up. I am in my first ex-husband. Now, this is my last week. It's me, the amazing Susan Lucci, the unbelievable and hilarious Tanya Pinkins, who we just crack up. We all crack up. Susan's hilarious too. She's just a lovely person. And Leanne Cox is in it. And she is so fucking fabulous. Theater actor, it's intimidating, but you know what? I'm funny. So that's the way it is. But it's a great group. And this is our last week. We have shows Wednesday matinee, Thursday matinee evening, Friday evening, Saturday matinee, and matinee evening, and then Sunday the 23rd. That's it, baby. That's it. We're done, bitches. And then I'll be at the 92nd Street Y on Wednesday, actually with Joy Behar, Susan Lucci, and Sherry Shepard talking about this, my first ex-husband. So that'll be fun. Then I go to DC. I'm in DC March 27, 28, and 29. So please buy tickets. DC Comedy Loft, 1 show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. And then on the 6th, I am in Martinsville, New Jersey. And then on the 8th, I am doing a benefit in Miami for Temple Beth Am. Then I am in Boca Raton, Florida, baby. That's Boca Raton on April 9 and 10 at the Boca Black Box. So a lot of stuff going on. April 19, Sellersville, Pennsylvania. That the Sellersville Theater. It's I've been there before. Please buy tickets. I need to sell tickets to that. I know it's Easter on the following day, but you need to fucking laugh. You need to laugh. It's Good Friday. And then Saturday you have to laugh before it's Easter. And then I'm in Pittsburgh on April 25th, Jersey City on April 26th. I got a lot, it's just going on. I'm Bedford, New York, May 1st. So please come to my gigs. Okay, so that was that. So we have a lot to talk about. And here is what it is. Besides the fact that, my kids can't put the fucking dishes in the dishwasher. And, I'll be like, can you take the recycling down? And did I ever tell you this recycling story? And then I'll get into my rant. This is the best story. So when Henry was going to sleepaway camp when he was younger, I used to give them chores, which they never did, but I always, we recycle. So I was like, Henry, can you please bring the recycling down? I was nudging him and nudging him and nudging him and nudging him. And it was mostly like, newspapers, and it was paper. It was, and I'm nudging and nudging, and I wouldn't bring it down. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And I think it was the end of May. And finally, we're packing up to go to camp, whatever. He's going to sleepaway camp. And finally, he brings the stupid recycling down. And then he goes to camp for his 6-8 weeks, whatever they went for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 7 weeks. I don't remember. And he comes home from camp and we send the laundry to the laundromat. We get the laundry done and we bring it home. And I open the bottom drawer of his dresser. And there's the fucking recycling that he didn't bring downstairs. Instead, he put it in his fucking dresser drawer so he wouldn't have to go downstairs, and was there the entire time he was in camp. Okay? That is how disgusting it is to have sons. Just letting you know. I wonder if gay sons are as... I mean, I know there's anal straight guys too, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's not interesting. It's annoying. Why do I say interesting all the time? Anyway, speaking of interesting, I have so much to say right now. First of all, I want to say White Lotus. If you're not watching it, watch it. It's so fucking good and engaging, and it gets you out of that head of like politics, news, because I can't fucking take it anymore, okay? I can't take it anymore. I just want to say, Chuck Schumer, really? Okay. Passing this budget that is going to hurt people and probably cause illness and death because people are not going to be able to get, the health care they need or even the food they need or the food stamps or just the help they need, okay? Like, I know you think, well, if they it's like every time he talks, it is like he is saying reciting the Mourner's Scottish. Every time Chuck Schumer talks, it is like he is reciting the Mourner's Scottish. Yiskadal, v'yiskadash. Oh, wait, let me do this. Yiskadal, v'yiskadash. Shanei Rabbah. And we will be signing the bill and approving the bill because, as you know, it is worse to shut down the government than it's just... So here's what I've learned this week about the Democrats. They literally, no balls. There's not a gonad in sight, okay? Trump is getting whatever the fuck he wants because you have no fucking balls. So what? You're complaining about like, oh, shutting down the government, it's not gonna be good, and he's gonna have control the narrative, so it'll look bad for us. Why don't you fucking control the narrative and shutting down the government? That's what Elon Musk is doing. He's already doing. All these people have no jobs. Do you know that like our beloved parks around these national parks they're closed? They're not going to be taken care of unless we get these people back in their jobs. And let me ask you something. Okay, so here's the thing. People are losing their jobs, the stock market. I don't really follow it. I can't. It's too much for me. I can't. I don't have the bandwidth for it. Is going down because all my friends are like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it's like, I don't know, because I don't spend every fucking day looking at how much money I have and like, or how much money I don't have. Whatever. So what? Make a fucking statement, Chucky. Make a statement. Don't pass the bill. Don't give him everything he wants. Okay? We're not playing the same ball game anymore. Kirsten Gillibrand, like, and she signed it. Like, where are your what? I will never forgive her for what she did to Al Franken. So I'm just letting you know that he was a great senator. and the, the clutching of the pearls of the Democratic Party. Oh, and cut the shit. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand the sucking up. Gavin Newsom had Steve Bannon on his podcast. Now, I'm all for reaching over the aisle and finding common things. Steve Bannon is a fucking felon. And you have a podcast, and I am for free speech too. But that's who you choose to have on your fucking podcast? Like, there's so many more important voices that need to be heard. And you are like, hey, Steve, great, great talking. Oh, great, Steve, you're great. What the fuck, Gavin? It's just infuriating.
From ADT comes Trusted Neighbor, the new standard in home access. Through the ADT Plus app, easily grant and automate event-based or scheduled access for neighbors, friends, and helpers. Notify trusted individuals of events like alarms or packages, and set access windows for planned guests or even the dog walker without interrupting your day. Visit ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT. Requires ADT Complete Pro monitoring plan and compatible devices. Copyright 2025 ADT LLC. All rights reserved.
So I'm really upset with the Democratic Party. I'm upset with the Republican Party. Although both parties have things that I agree with. And both parties have many things that I don't agree with. But I am a registered Democrat, and I don't know if I can continue to do that anymore. When I see Marco Rubio and his gigantic ears, have you noticed he has the most gigantic ears of anyone whatever. And he is talking about what's happening at Columbia University. Now, if you're living in a fucking cave, which I shouldn't say because there's hostages in caves, and so I shouldn't even say that. But if you're living under a blanket, let's say that, because we know the hostages don't have blankets. These people who come to our country, I'm going to be politically incorrect, which here's what I have to say. As a proponent of free speech, you're allowed to protest. When I was in Israel, people were protesting. Part of our group we protested. I walked in the Jerusalem Pride Parade, which is an act of defiance because of it's in Jerusalem and they're really not pro-gay in that city, but they do have multiple gay pride events every Sunday in June. The Tel Aviv parade is one of the biggest in the world. One of the biggest in the world, one of the most fun. And on that note, I want to say there's a march that for Pride here that has been going on for I think over 30 years called the Dyke March. And they have decided, the Dyke March, that Zionists are not welcome, Jews are not really welcome, that they are going to put the rights of, I want to say Hamas, because they're not, these are not the rights of the Palestinians. They are siding with Hamas over even more, that is even, and you can say I'm a liar, but fuck you, even over the LGBTQ plus community. They're one, I don't even, I'm going to read this to you. Dyke March, okay? NYC, ready? Okay, they're on Instagram, and their posts, you got to just look at their posts. Okay, many members of the Dyke community have chosen to leave the Dyke March Committee over the years because the Dyke March Committee was not a safe place for them. Okay, why wasn't it a safe place? Well, those reasons and numerous others brought to the Dyke March Committee. And now the committee has only 5 active members. Okay? Let me just mention, they want to, this is their goal now. They're going to reestablish the Dyke March Committee as a political organization for the Dyke Committee. Well, they certainly do not. I'm a dyke, as you might use that word. And you don't speak for me. You don't speak for my community. Here's one of their goals: strengthening our commitment to anti-Zionist, anti-racist, pro-LGBTQ plus community standards. You know what? Fuck you, Dyke March. It was started by Jews. And your commitment to anti-Zionism, it comes before your pro-LGBTQ plus commitment. That is disgusting. You are a disgrace. Please go march in Gaza. Please let the Dyke March go march in Gaza. Have a nice day. So that brings me to what's happening in Columbia. Not in Columbia, on the Columbia University campus. So we have this guy, Muhammad Khalil, okay? Anyway, so this guy, they're threatening to take away his green card and deport him because of his pro-Hamas stance and his protesting. I believe in protesting. I believe in the First Amendment. I believe in your right to protest. But here, can I just give this scenario? You come to our country to get the best education that you can, to become a learned human being. And you are on a campus and you are protesting. That's fine. You're a student. But when I look at the bigger picture of these people who leave their homelands to come here to get an education, and then, you know, he will go to trial and they will see if he did anything illegal. But then you're promoting anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist and anti-Semitism, same fucking thing. And don't tell me it's not, okay? Because it is. Israel has a right to exist. We have a right to our homeland. We have a right to be able to go, that is where I'm from, and that is where I want to go back to. It's the size of New Jersey. Go look at all the Arab countries. So you're from a nation where you can't protest. You can't cause havoc. You can't do this. So you come here to get an education and to promote anti-American, anti-democratic, anti-Semitic propaganda. That is what it is. It is propaganda. You can't do this in your country. We say, come here. Yes, we approve of you to come and get an education. And then you're going to come and do this shit? Have some fucking respect. Don't come to my house for dinner and shit on the kitchen table. And then be like, what? How dare you? How dare you? Is what I have to say. How dare you? Oh, look who's here. It's my lover, Elisa, and she's here. And she rode a bike over because you can see her bike helmet.
Right, and then I came in for dinner and I just took a poop on your table. Is that right?
Oh, isn't that funny? I think this is going to be the clip of the week.
Whatever that is.
Okay.
What's the music going on?
I don't know. It's outside because this is
that's my phone.
Oh, that's your phone.
Sorry.
Great.
Sorry.
No worries. I'm just recording a podcast. Have a nice day. And I'm talking about Muhammad Khalil.
Test yesterday.
Oh, shut up, Elisa.
Yeah, no, I really wanted to go.
Oh, yes, you were at the 59th Street. You were.
I passed it. I didn't go to it.
But here's what I'm saying. Hello?
Yeah,
she's not interested. This is my relationship. Yeah, I'm not interested. You know, the love and support that I get. Anyway, it is infuriating that these people cannot do this in their own country where they came from. They come here to get an education and they fucking take a shit on our nation, on our college campuses. You know, yes, you can protest, but Jewish students shouldn't be attacked and should be able to go to classes. They should be able to just walk and not be like, are you a Zionist? Okay, fuck you. No. Come on. Do I want to agree with Marco Rubio? No. But he's right. we go to other countries, we're not sitting there like, of course you can criticize us, but you cannot do illegal shit and cause people to incite. You're inciting violence. You know, I'm going to have someone on the podcast who was is becoming a doctor. He's in the PhD. Well, not PhD. He's becoming a medical doctor, and he's a student at Columbia. And I want you to hear it from the student's perspective, because it's a whole different thing. And most of these people are like, look, you know, we can criticize the Israeli government. They're not perfect. But we're not saying you can't go to class and you shouldn't be able to do this and you shouldn't be able to do that, and we're gonna harass you. They don't live in Israel. They don't speak for Israel. They're just Jews, and they happen to be Zionists, some of them. Deborah Winger, by the way. Can we just talk about her, who I loved in, what was that movie where Deborah Winger with Shirley, not Shirley, yes. Oh God, my brain is like fried. You know, she dies of cancer. It's the saddest movie. Anyway, there is a interview with her. She was protesting at 59th Street. And she basically said that she owes the Palestinian, I don't know if she used the word Palestine, but she grew up Jewish and it's all lies, and now she's gonna, you know, make up for it. She has to make up for it. We don't need that, Deborah. Deborah, we don't need that. You have your issues with Judaism and your parents and whatever, and, you know, go to a therapist and deal with it. But we don't need that. Also, I would like to say that 3 Muslims in Wales kidnapped a Jewish man, abused and threatened him, and tried to keep him prisoner. Doesn't even make the news. There is so much anti-Semitism going on. People are saying to me, oh, you wear your Magen David, your Star of David out? Yep, I do. You feel okay? Yeah, I do. I feel fine. Because no one is going to make me hide who I am. No one. But this is an unsafe situation. And people like Jews when they're weak. They don't like them when they're fighting back. Bring the fucking hostages home. Bring them home. These people are not people.
Dear old work platform, it's not you, it's us. Actually, it is you. Endless onboarding? Constant IT bottlenecks? We've had enough. We need a platform that just gets us. And to be honest, we've met someone new. They're called Monday.com, and it was love at first onboarding. Their beautiful dashboards, their customizable workflows got us floating on a digital Cloud 9. So no hard feelings, but we're moving on. Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use.
There is a woman. I would like to amplify her voice. Here she is. Hold on, please. Right here. I'm going to amplify this woman's voice. I'm going to say amplify one more time just to annoy you. Okay, ready?
When you go to school, any Arab kid, not just me, all we talk about is jihad. We don't talk about peace. If you open the Quran itself, it's all about jihad. So the culture was influenced by the Quran. The word peace was mentioned one time only in the Holy Book of Islam. One time only. And guess what did it say? Why ask for peace when you're on top? Meaning, why seek peace if you're strong? So this is the only value for peace in the Holy Book of Islam. And this is a quote by Muhammad, by the way. And I'm quoting from Islamic books, not from my opinion. Muhammad said, I have been victorious through terror. The word terror is mentioned many times in the Quran. It's in the Quran. And he's proud of it as a way of becoming victorious and wealthy. Are you aware that in
Okay.
mosque services all across the
Wait.
Middle East, the service always ends with cursing of non-Muslims? The sheikh, the Muslim sheikh, will say, "May God destroy the Jews and the infidels, the enemies of Allah." This is the ending of this spiritual experience of being a Muslim. And I was stunned that in the synagogue they were praying for the whole world,
Yeah.
peace on earth.
Yep.
I left that day and I was like, something is wrong with my religion. Something is major wrong with my religion. I discovered that it's my religion that's cursing everybody and nobody's cursing us.
That's right.
It was an eye-opener for me.
There you go. Okay. This woman is speaking out. Now, look, I will say that I have many Muslim friends, or had. A lot of them don't talk to me anymore. And peaceful, great people. Just great people. Muslims live peacefully in Israel. We are not allowed in any of these other Arab nations, but we allow you to live there. Or Israelis allow you to live there. These children are brainwashed from the day one. How are we supposed to fight that? We just want our fucking land. We have offered peace so many times, and you don't want it. They don't want it. And we can shove this information down your throat and you will still, no, it's a colonizer. No, it's not. It's not. It's not perfect. But cut the shit. I'm so sick of every time people say, oh, we're Zionists, but we always like no. We're always like trying to tippy toe, like, we don't want innocent people dying. But why do we have to say that? Because we know that we don't want innocent people dying. We don't want Hamas putting bombs in hospitals, and weapons in hospitals and in schools and not giving the aid. Why are we giving them aid in the first place? We're giving an enemy aid in the middle of a war. And it's not even getting to them. You people need to do your fucking due diligence because it's really getting annoying. And as I will say this again, you hate us? Live without all the contributions we have made to the world. Have fun. Have a great time. Okay. So that's what I have to say. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these protests, these non-peaceful protests. These harassing Jew protests, I'm sick of it. They're violent. They're mean. They're not helpful. It is infuriating. My friends who don't speak up about anti-Semitism, who during the whole a few weeks ago with the Bebas babies, I couldn't even post that way. I was physically ill. And you're telling me what's going on? And fuck you, Dyke March. And all you people. Why aren't you out in the streets about what happened in, Ukraine? That he was gonna, how are you not protesting Trump licking Putin's asshole? Myanmar, Saudi Arabia. Why aren't you out in the streets? Oh my God, what they're doing to these people. Why? Because they're not Jewish. That's why. Fuck. It's just fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm screaming so much, but it's infuriating. And let me tell you something else that's infuriating. That motherfucker who misgendered Sarah McBride, who is a class act, Sarah McBride. from Delaware. She is a class act. And this fucker, what the fuck was his name? I love that she said that she lives rent-free in Republicans' heads. Because it's true. This guy, Keith Self, a Republican from Texas, shocking! During a congressional hearing earlier this week, last week, referred to her as Mr. McBride. And she referred back, "Thank you, Madam Chair." And then Representative Bill Keating of Cape Cod, I love you, I'm a homeowner on Cape Cod, fucking ripped him a new asshole. You people are obsessed with transgender people. And like my transgender friends don't feel safe. And I know what they feel like because I don't feel safe. But I don't feel like to be erased from the Stonewall. They take the T out of Stonewall. They should all be outed. Outed. All you gay Republicans. People should know who the fuck you are. And all these Republicans they won't have the town halls. It's just fucking beyond ridiculous. So that's that. That's what's going on. So to recap, fuck the protesters. You have every right to protest. Stop fucking breaking the law. Okay? Stop it. Don't come to our country and break the fucking law. Okay? And harass Jews. Dyke March, go fuck yourself. Have a nice night. Chuck, seriously? I don't know what you need to do. I don't know. Get Ritalin, something. Something to fucking, like, yeah, something. Get testosterone shots. Do something. White Lotus, watch it. Come to my shows? Yes. That's what you need to do. And that's why I love you. So I'm going to go now. And this is my rant for this week. We have an interview the next 2 weeks and then a rant. And I don't know if I'm going to continue after that with the podcast. Although I do want to have the Columbia student on because I can't afford it. And I love you. And, you know, so many people will be like, oh, I listened to your podcast. And then I'm like, okay, I'll keep doing it. But it's costing me money. And, you know, I'm 62 and I don't get as much work as I used to. Because, you know, showbiz loves the aging woman. Loves it. But I'm going to get work because I'm going to think positive because that's what I do. Not. Anyway. I want to say thank you for listening. Please go to my website, judygold.com, and look to where I'm performing because I'm going on the fucking road and you need to see me. I want to do a shout out. You know, the podcast is produced by Laura Vogel, edited by Colin Schmaling, and marketed by Haley Dercher, and theme song by Lauren Gold, who is the best. And you know what? Maybe I'll do Lauren. Yeah, I'm going to do him for an interview because you would fucking love him. He's amazing. And then I'll continue to do the podcast and lose thousands of dollars. But I love you. I love you for listening. I hope this is cathartic for you. I'm going to be who I am. And who I am what I am. And what I am is confused and anxious. All right. I'm not really confused. I'm just so angry. But it's confusing, but, you know, being a registered Democrat, I'm watching these, like, no. All right. That's it. I don't know what else to say. I love you all. Thank you all for listening. And as we say, so long. Go, 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 giga.
Your old or broken phone can let you down when you need it most. Perfect.
But at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get the most for it, up to $2,000 in value, for an amazing new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence and a new line on My Plan, and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. That's like a 3-for-1. And you can get it on any plan. At Verizon, trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. The other guys won't give you that. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad. Up to $2,000 value based on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch.